Hey, did you miss me and my wonderful voice? Anyway, there's going to be destruction again with the Downhil Destruction of Doom. So buckle up and enjoy the destruction.
In the front row is the Vivace, nicknamed the Mega Shark. The ETK joins the second row. With the nickname Hey Mom, that's obviously very important. In the third row we have the SBR4, a very nice car. You'll find out the nickname later. The Pessima with the red paint is parked in the fourth row. The license plate is also mounted at the rear. The last vehicle is the Barstow with the Bumblebee paint job. Today we have something with powerful engines. We have a total of 5 candidates and we will see which vehicle gets the most points. The goal is very simple and not that difficult to grasp. I can already say that it was very difficult to pick a winner, but you'll find out later. The contestants simply have to reach the finish line at the bottom of the track. Then we'll begin the downhill of destruction. We'll start with the SBR4, which has a great sound and looks awesome. One of the best vehicles in BeamNG Drive, and one of the coolest. So let's get going. Leaving your car idle for too long isn't good for it. This is just the easy track we're currently using, so it shouldn't be that difficult to cross it with this vehicle. Oh yeah, no difficult obstacles yet, this will be a piece of cake. I'm very confident we'll make it through in one piece. I didn't see that coming. I hope the chassis holds up and we get out of there unscathed. That wasn't so bad. We made it through safely. Still, the car has trouble turning right. The steering has suffered a bit. That's why we've become uncontrolled and have no grip on our wheels. We might be able to make it, but it doesn't look like it. That's the answer to our question. The lava bath swallowed us up. In my opinion, the SBR4 doesn't deserve a point. The next candidate needs to do better to avoid ending up like he did here. The Hey Mom car should definitely make it. The color already shines with winnability. This box with its large spoiler might help a bit with the jump. It has a gliding function, something like that. Enough idling. We have to make a point, otherwise we can pack our bags right away and play Hello Kitty. We survived the first jump with the engraving, even though we almost lost control. I have to say, I like the rings. Anyway, I feel like we have a very good chance with this car. Maybe we'll get a point. Phew. That was a pretty rough landing, but we can still drive and check the boat. Come on, don't let me down, my Hey Mom vehicle. We have to get a point. Otherwise, we'll look really stupid. Did you see that jump over the lava? Simply breathtaking and smexy at the same time. I couldn't steer properly anymore, so we drove straight toward the ramp. Well, spectators like destruction and failed attempts. We have momentum now, and maybe we'll slide down to the finish line. Nothing's lost until the car comes to a stop. It's actually possible that we'll make it to the finish line. That would be totally awesome and truly intense. Go, 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 keep going. You can do it, I believe in you. I know motivation doesn't help here, but it's worth a try. Oh no, unfortunately we didn't make it. We were just a few meters short. That's unbelievable. That meant he didn't get a point from the ETK either. That's a real shame, but whatever. The next vehicle can try. We try our luck with the Pessima or Smush vehicle. Yes, you heard right, creativity is back in full swing. But that's really important, isn't it? Even if it's not such a big deal. With this car, I somehow have the feeling we'll make it. The color red triggered a certain luck factor. I noticed that immediately. The first big jump is passed with flying colors. Only the front lip is dragged into the pity. We don't need that anyway. No, we're losing control. That happens at the worst possible moment. Oh no, we survived without any further damage. I told you, the car's on a winning streak, and it shows. We should celebrate that, my destruction enthusiasts. Only afterward, of course. We rattle along the track as if it were nothing. We have a true champion here. Nothing can stop us now. I'm not worried anymore. We're only 150 meters from the finish. Nothing bad can happen now, we'll make it. Nice, the Smush vehicle really made it. So the first vehicle gets a point, as you can see on the right screen. Then we can take the track with the next vehicle. Let's go. It's our Mega Shark vehicle's turn, and we'll see if it can make it. Okay, the color doesn't match a shark skin tone, but I'm still optimistic that it will take up a point. At the beginning of the track it is still quiet and relaxed, but in the middle the jumps and lava start. My heart rate is at 150 because the track is terrifying main. Spencer is really good at making maps, I have to say. The first jump doesn't bother me as much as the other two before us. Here comes the lava jump. The SBR4 has left its car soul behind. Well, it happens to the best drivers like me sometimes. We're not quite there yet, but I'm extremely optimistic. So, without a spoiler lip, it's even better. It doesn't matter to us if we lose traction before the finish line. We'll get there one way or another. The Mega Shark has shown its strength. Holy cow, that was a lot of flips. That might even be the most flips in a game, if such a thing even exists. So the next vehicle gets a point. Great, I really wouldn't have expected that from the Mega Shark. Then all that's missing is Barstow. Our little Bumblebee fan has a good chance of making it. Muscle cars like these aren't scared off by such small jumps. Or, folks, are there any of you out there who drive something like that? Unfortunately, I am too poor and can no longer afford a car, but I still have a driver's license, so I can't say anything about it. Where the jump over the small sand dunes led was simply ungodly. It might be possible that we could get a spot. Oh, I should see where I'm going. There was the lava jump where our SBR4 couldn't make it. But with the Barstow, these jumps are just a minor, insignificant obstacle. We're getting closer and closer to the finish line. All we have to do is ride over the small hills and score the point for the Barstow. Nice job. The car just blasted through the small hill like butter. That's where the muscle car really showed its strengths. It wasn't long now and we'd made it. So 3 vehicles got a point, then on to the next track. Here we are. This route will be a bit more difficult, but I'll still try my best. So, this track is supposed to be on the medium difficulty level. Let's see if I even survive it. Well, we'll find out soon enough. Even from this vantage point, you can see the horror and ruthlessness. Spencer has created something intense, but I have to make it happen somehow. We just drive through, the middle doesn't look so bad or difficult. And there's another lava crack ahead of us. But we'll be fine with Barstow. Luckily, we don't have to complete the jump. We simply cross it from the side, which is how it should always be. I should actually drive across the bridge with caution, but that would be too boring or not cool of me. I have a bad feeling about to happen. We're about to end up kissing on the wall. I told you I dug my grave with that. The entire front of the vehicle was completely torn to pieces. Nevertheless, we kept going. We didn't come to a stop. So now we've come to a stop, and we were stopped by the bridge pier. A very cool sight. It's over. For Barstow, it's finally over. It was over quickly, but it was still majestic. I've put the Pessima out on the track, and we'll see if it can go further than the Barstow. I'm extremely excited. And what a cool tunnel. We're not taking the bridge, but staying in this area. It feels a little easier and not as bad. Just keep going, we won't stop and we'll aim for the finish line. What is saying, top notch? No, not good. Phew, we got off lightly. I thought our smush vehicle was going to die. Great, that worked out great. Never talk about luck in the game. Otherwise, the game will punish you in other ways. Great, we're on fire too. Pessima didn't get a point this time. Anyway, let's move on. The Vivace has left its past behind and is proudly moving forward. Will it be able to keep moving forward, or will it get stuck? It won't get stuck, but there will be a few rolls to loosen the wheels. This is truly unacceptable. Our car was completely destroyed. This tells us that it won't make it. The lava has been fed again. So the Vivace score remains at 1. On to the next car and off we go. The SBR4 still hasn't received any points, but I'll give it a try anyway. It has to work for him this time. That doesn't look good at all. It could end the trip immediately. The SBR4 really doesn't have any luck on its side. But let's stay tuned. Wow, we're back on our bikes. This is truly breathtaking. This doesn't happen very often. The SBR4 has been given a second chance, and perhaps they will take advantage of it. We'll see the results soon or later. Or rather, failure. The huge pothole ruined our second chance. Now I'm hoping for a miracle that we'll get back on our wheels. We have contact with the ground again, but our landing gear is completely destroyed and unusable. So no points for the SBR4, what a shame. Oh well, the next vehicle can try its luck. We took the Hey Mom vehicle, and maybe we can do something. If not, we're lost. It should manage the first jump over the lava without any problems. The ETKK is one of my best vehicles. Oh, we'll manage. A small slip-up like this won't be noticeable. I have everything under control and I'm optimistic. No red speed bumps, we're taking the green ones this time. Green always means something good and positive. Nice, they really are car-friendly. Why didn't I realize this sooner? Sometimes I'm not in a good mood. But the white ones are really getting on my nerves. I just want to score a point for the ETK. Not good at all. We've landed on the roof again and are sliding unstoppably into the lava. Great, we're back. Now we just have to complete the jump and then we can continue. We need a little more momentum so I can clear that jump. Otherwise, I can forget it and sit in front of the screen crying. So let's give it a try and think nothing of it. This is what we need, nothing more or less. Great, that worked out really well. Anyway, we tried anyway and gave it our all. I couldn't do more. 2 vehicles landed in the lava, which means we screwed up. That's just how it is, so we move on to the difficult track. We'll feel Spencer's fury with this track, I can tell you that. I tried it offline and it almost drove me crazy. So let's put the Pessima to the test. Only the toughest and most powerful vehicles will survive here. I say that because I learned it the hard way. The Smush vehicle only got 1 point. A second one should be possible. If not, then there's no chance of winning. Of course, my driving skills don't play a role in the result. Holy cow, what a huge hole. That's not difficult anymore but very hard. We're a little too close to the terrible obstacles. But if we keep going like this, maybe it will work. And besides, there aren't any such big jumps, but I shouldn't go out on a limb like that. What did I tell you? A jump like that is a must. Damn it, that could end badly. Phew, we seem to have survived that well. I thought that was for us. Well, I just can't steer, so that's still bearable. Oh no, he's coming just in time. If that's a really big hole, then Pessima will be history. We probably won't be able to get them back on the wheels. The trip will be made on the roof again. That might even be profitable. Come on, keep going, you'll almost make it. Just a few more meters and we'll be so happy. Too bad, that was probably a waste of time. The Smush vehicle didn't claim any points again. Well, it was still an exciting ride and very entertaining at the same time. The Mega Shark is already on his way to finally claiming the second point. That was very close and could spell the end. This won't be the end for us, and I'll bet my Vilsa water bottle on it. He'll manage. I have complete confidence in this car. You see, that was just a brief slip-up. Now we have full control. Just overcome these devastating obstacles ahead of us, and then the mega jump will come again. Not good, our front is continuing to sink. We can probably say goodbye. The Mega Shark vehicle failed in its attempt. It looks like this vehicle won't work. And we can confirm that 100%. That's a real shame, I hadn't imagined it would. It's remarkable that we're still sliding. Let's see how long we'll keep sliding. To the finish line would be an exaggeration, but to the end of the slope is realistic. I have to say, the mega jump is a real challenge. Hats off, Spencer, that's pretty intense. It'll be a while before our Mega Shark finally runs out of energy and has to stop. There it is, the point where it all came to a halt. What a journey, so let's continue. The American car can hardly wait to take on this mega leap. All vehicles so far have failed in this area. Perhaps things will turn out completely differently with the Bardo, we'll see. Forget what I said before, that was completely useless. It was a crash landing with no chance of success, and it shouldn't have been like that. So it's back to sliding down the slope and having no control. Great sausage. Let's see how long this vehicle wants to slide down the slope. No wonder so many fail here, it's very challenging. When did we start bowling? That wasn't in the script, and certainly not in my schedule. Anyway, Bardo doesn't get a point and so the score remains at 1. Too bad, but it happens to the best of us sometimes. The second to last candidate took on the battle, or rather the course, and tried to score a point. But he never saw his luck, and his score is also at 0. I'm having even more trouble with this vehicle than with the others. Or have I just gotten bad at it? Questions, questions. I completely forgot about the mega jump, so we can forget about that point. But he flies really high and much farther. That's how it should be. This is just sledding again, and nothing more will happen. I can tell you that. I probably pushed too hard, and that's what I get for it. That's not good at all. If I don't emerge as a winner, then we'll have to go to the deciding round. I see the finish line there, maybe we'll still reach it. You always have to be optimistic. That way, everything feels better. Nope, we've lost too much momentum. It won't work, unfortunately, it's not achievable. There was just such a small piece missing, that's unbelievable. Well, then we should do it with the ETKK? I meant hey, mom, vehicle. The mega jump is ahead of us again, and that could be our end. So buckle up and watch closely. This could get ugly. That didn't look so good, and it wasn't a pretty sight either. So momentum has to be on our side now, or I'll cry. Not good at all, we're going to go off track. This is the first time this has ever happened, and I find it truly astonishing. Man, the Hey Mom vehicle didn't make it once again. It didn't get a point, which means we have to go to the deciding round. The deciding round is a waterslide track, so luck is key here, and you'll get a point. We can't control the car here. I'm really looking forward to the show. Then we start the show, we can't linger too long. There's no turning back, this will be the ultimate slide show ever. I might have exaggerated a bit. Nice, now I feel like I'm at a water park only with vehicles. I can just sit back and watch. Awesome. Our engine is already full of water, so it's not working. So what does that mean, water hammer in the engine? So, destruction enthusiasts, do you like what you see? Of course you like it, that's the least I can show you. I also try to add some variety to my videos so it doesn't get too boring. It's possible that we'd get a point with the SBR4, at least that's how it looks right now. No, we can't leave it like this. It doesn't hurt to help once. It was over too quickly, this is unacceptable. This is better, everyone deserves a second chance. Otherwise, I'll get cancer in my eyes. The animal, not the disease. Oh my god, getting through here is quite a challenge. And we're stuck. Physics has even been broken. It just happens the Hey Mom vehicle has plunged into the water and is trying its best. So, it has to work with this vehicle, otherwise we'll have a candidate with 0 points. This is really banal, but the deciding round is based on luck with a bit of skill, even if it doesn't look like it. Phew, that was a very nice and fantastic jump. Let's see what happens next. It can't be that we end up with 0 points again. The ride isn't all that bad, at least not at the beginning. Then, in the middle, things get a bit rougher again. The same stone where the SBR4 was stuck again. No problem for the ETK, it handles it easily. German engineering. It's designed to resemble the BMW. The SBR4 failed here, so let's see how the Hey Mom vehicle does. I'm optimistic, but also skeptical. Can't be he's stuck. This flying chicken and potato broth, it's unbelievable. And so he's stuck with 0 points. That's just the way it is, can't change it. The Pessima, the Smush, rises to the challenge and tries to get another point. To do so, he has to go through the lion's den and not lose his focus. Everyone has gotten this far, but complications could arise after that. The red color won't do him any good here, except make it look nice. The tree said no, thus ending the journey. That's truly embarrassing, but that's how it should be. So the score remains at 1. Since I've lost all hope, we'll try the Mega Shark. Surely someone can get a single point. Otherwise, I'll email Spencer Johnson. It was just a little fun. But I have to say, it's quite something. This track is intense, as you can't control your vehicle. We can only watch impeccably as our vehicle is abused. Like right now, totally nuts. The stone was very lonely and needed a cuddle buddy. So the Bastion tries it on the roof. Maybe it can handle the obstacles better that way. The muscle car has to get a point somehow. So far so good, even the swapping is going exceptionally well. This could perhaps bring victory, or perhaps just failure. We're talking about failure, but that's not just looking at it. They're always stuck on this obstacle or this stone. What a bummer. Where did the other half actually fly to? Of course, we also have to look into that. Ah yes, that's the front, the engine even flew with it. Can we call it a work of art? Probably not, but it was still worth a try. I'm doing something forbidden. I'm giving Bardo another chance. We'll free him from the obstacle and see how things go. The car was really on edge, this could have gone wrong. Phew, landed on the obstacle, off you go. This time I won't give you such a hard push that you'll fly again. Now you get a point and win the competition. That's not possible. I'll give you one more chance, but this is the last one. Otherwise, it's cheating and no one wants that. It has to remain fair and just. We haven't even seen half of the route. This is a perfect opportunity to see more sections of the route. Holy cow, this is getting uglier and more brutal. Luckily, we're in an American muscle car. What has Spencer come up with here? This guy really has the creative reserves of a tanker. I think it's absolutely awesome. I wonder when we'll reach the end. That's what I call a good job on his part. The vehicles are completely destroyed, but that's just mayhem. Wow, how is Bardo supposed to get through this? Only a small miracle can get us anywhere. But giving up isn't an option. Well, that's how it works. Just jump over the obstacles and hope. I'm very good at that. Come on, when will this madness end? Man, that's a really nice prospect. I can finally play BeamNG on high settings. The investment was definitely worth it. Back to the game, what kind of obstacles are these? You're exaggerating a bit, Spencer. How are you supposed to manage something like that? Don't take this the wrong way, but I'm really pissed off. Just kidding, keep it up. Your maps are simply amazing. Finally, the hellish trip is over. What a ride. Finally, a vehicle made it. It was about time. It was nerve-wracking. Let's get to the winner's ceremony. So here we have our winner's ranking. The Hey Mom vehicle takes third place with 0 points. Second place goes to the SBR4, Vivace, and Pessima. And Bardo takes first place. Great, that was quite an adventure. There's the car with 0 points. A minute of silence for the loser. So, we come to the end of this video. Give me a like or a dislike to make me cry. Then I wish you a nice weekend and stay healthy. I'm Crash Away.